All right, here we go. This is Fresh Air. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the podcast. Wherever you are in this world, good morning, good night, good afternoon. Glad you can make it. Sit tight. Grab your notepad. I got some good information for you. I'm going to go over some stuff. So I wanted to do a few things to be of service to people. One thing I want to do is protect my integrity. And that's being always authentic the best I can, right? So I'm going to develop this opportunity to start going live on a few people's podcasts or shows or things like that. And I'm going to show that we can do this together. I'm going to show on live stream, live podcasts, and things like that, that the very nature of what I speak about is not a fluke. I'm going to be in the enlightening spirit to be like, you know what? My best self is about to continue moving forward. I'm going to serve. I'm going to perform the duties and services for others. I'm going to support others. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hold up myself to the best I can. I'm going to inspire others. I'm going to empower others to do it the same. To be in that developmental part of their journey. I'm also going to teach important knowledge and aspects to everyone. We're going to have talks about important stuff. It's going to be a very interesting conversation. We're going to transform ourselves. We're going to give ourselves the opportunity to share in different audiences. So as I talk on these podcasts, I didn't really have too much to really say today. I had a song today. I had a conversation, or I had a topic of conversation is friendship. Friendship. How do we define friendship in people? In our circle, right? A lot of times in my life, I didn't know some of my friends that I called friends were actually acquaintances. We liked the same things. You get what I'm saying? We were more of an opportunist back then. You know what I'm saying? We were, let's go and do this. Let's go to this party. Let's go to here. Let's go and do this. Let's go and hang out here. A friend is going to stay by your side. But that's really hard to define because sometimes friends give space, and sometimes that space is almost 18 years. Sometimes you have friends that have been lifelong friends, but that was in the first half of your life. That was in the past. In the future, they probably won't recognize you because you worked on yourself. You gave yourself the chance to really give yourself the encouragement and support and confidence and hope into somebody else. And they're going to be like, what? Wait. And they knew. See, here's the thing. It's not just overnight that I became who I am. It's just I really undistracted myself from all the clutter that I had in my life. So I had to let go of some things. I had to take the honor of looking at myself and basically start to encourage myself to start looking at why I was tied to certain people and who. I don't have to always just be like, I have to analyze the whole thing top to bottom, or look at the good times or look at the bad times, or get triggered by being hurt by maybe old friends not talking to you, or you're mad because they passed, they died. You know what I mean? They passed on, and you never had that opportunity to say, I'm sorry. So, the best thing I can do is collaborate, knowledge and specific, do it by transformation. and give yourself that chance to uplift yourself by taking the opportunity to step outside your comfort zone to see that you can do what you set out to do. And so you strive to always be your best example, even when it doesn't seem at the time that you're doing it, but you already are. Your purpose has already been on a flow. You're starting to learn things that make you important to yourself, let alone you have value to yourself. Now, when you start having value towards yourself, you start looking, not judging, but you look at, like, what area did me and this friendship have? What did we have over, like, what did we bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? Like, was it any good, or was it just more of an enabling? You know what I'm saying? And so when you come to that point as a chosen one, or a person that is really trying to change their life and get away from certain crowds, I guess the best way to do it is lead by example. Try to be your best self. It doesn't mean go out and preach to everybody and just tell them everything about them. It's not always the time or day for that. And some people just, it's not in their ballpark on having a conversation. I mean, did I always have, the opportunity to be creative in my I guess, creative mind, imagination, or see things differently. I wasn't always the type to always question things, but I was always the one to set boundaries. I set boundaries, meaning if I don't feel like it's comfortable for me, I didn't get involved. Now, was I the party type back in the days? Yes. I had a lot of parties I used to go to when I was younger. I mean, when I was younger, that's all I used to do. That's because I was not younger, but I'm talking like my early 20s. When I started like just hanging out with the wrong people, because basically, what were we doing? We were working, yeah, of course, we were paying our bills and all that, but what were we doing? What were we exactly doing now? Were we setting ourselves up for the future? Or were we thinking about the future? Were we giving ourselves the opportunity for the future? I mean, me, I have to look back and go like, wow, we used to have parties in the backyard, and we used to have 30, 40 people hanging out. I used to be driving home with my girlfriend at 11 at night, because I used to have two jobs, at some point, and I'd be driving home with my girlfriend at the time, there's already 35 people in my backyard partying for the last 2.5 hours. And neighbors never said anything. I mean, because it was a common thing. It was a common thing for us to get together. It was a common place to, I guess, bring the power home. You know what I'm saying? So, if somebody was going through some problems, we mediated. We tried to, you know what I'm saying? We tried to mediate, meaning, like, it's hard to explain. It's not that we were a gang. You couldn't, it was funny, actually, we started Drama Boys. Drama Boys and Drama Queens, and it lasted. It lasted like basically a month and a half. Got out of hand because everybody wanted to be the boss. Everybody wanted to be, and then when they jumped my girlfriend at the time, that pissed me off. I said, that's it. And that's the part of greed. When money started flowing, what were we getting money from? We were working. We were smoking our pot. We tried to get 40 here and there. But what I'm trying to say is, like, you have to honor what your past is. You have to take your past and start putting it together like a puzzle piece and be like, wow, this is what made me who I am? Oh. No, what I'm saying is, The parts that make you who you are and how you view friends, that's going to dictate how you move forward in life unless you do something about it. And that means address your similarities to others and knowing that you have a support system out there for you to listen and get some advice on how to get friends, to better understand what friends are. You know, I hate it when friends walk away, you know, but it is what it is. I've lost a lot of friends in my life. You know, a lot. You know, and you know, there's people that I wish I could have said, you know, help them out, you know, with where I am today when it comes to talking and motivating. Like I've always been somewhat of that guy, you know, the one that, not the leader of the pack, but the guy that was kind of it ended with me when it comes to decisions and things like that. But anyways, I don't even know why I'm talking about that, but I think it's important because I have to address my own deficiencies when it comes to friendships too. And I'm learning together. This is a whole new life for me. I've been hurt so many times of people that I thought were friends and got burned. And you put so much time and effort into it. And that goes with relationships in the past too. Put so much time into it. And it falls. But see, now today, God is going to be giving me the strength to understand the truth. So I can make better decisions when it comes to having that discernment. When I start making my way up the ladder, yes, I have to work on this. This is called to me right now, is talk about who am I going to have in my corner? What kind of friends am I going to have? Where do I have my friends right now? What kind of friends do I have? Do they understand me? Do they have a conversation like me? Do they play the same kind of understanding? Like, hey, we're kind of learning something here. I'm kind of onto something. Like, God is with me. Hello? See, some of it's too much for people. See, the chosen ones, it kind of burns people. And that's why you almost got to scrap it. Start all over fresh. Fresh new start. And that's hard to do. Especially when you're external, always trying to seek validation through others. Or you confide in others for information or guidance. See, for me, most of my life I've been single. You know, so I had to confide in myself for information or learn or basically try to figure out things in my life. So we have to take action and encourage others to do the same, to look at what you have in your friendships and mend the friendships that you have. You know, don't get rid of. I'm not saying no, I'm saying take value in the friendships that are working and take heed to the ones that are, you know, and which ones do you want to keep moving forward in life? And teach the important knowledge of interacting with people. Publicly recommend support for each other. You know what I'm saying? God bless. I pray that no weapons formed against you will prosper. I pray that this message hopefully has some kind of clarity in your day. I hope that maybe someone gets knowledge out of this and gets a aha moment and go like, wow, yeah, I need to hear that. It's almost more of a prophetic message for you. It's advanced, you know. And that's what I do. I encourage others to try to keep moving forward. God bless. Have a wonderful day. This is Fresh Air. Hope to hear you on or watch you or have you see me on a live stream here pretty soon. I'm gonna be working on that here pretty soon. So God bless. Have a wonderful day. Hope to have about 100,000 watching. It's gonna be a wonderful day. God bless.